This is Dan Childs here, and I am 7 hours into the GMA 40 for 40, which means there are 33 hours to go, and I'm staying awake through the entire thing. Now, the question that I've gotten from a lot of people, by Twitter and otherwise, has been, are you drinking any caffeine? Are you drinking any coffee? Well, I had a conversation with Dr. Charles Seisler at Brigham and Women's Hospital in Boston, and he explained it to me. And this is why I'm not having any coffee or any caffeine throughout this whole experiment. And it has to do with the way that our brain uses energy. Actually, our brain is kind of it'll totally suck your batteries. It uses more energy than any other tissue in the body. So you can think about energy. I'm going to use a term here. Maybe you've heard it if you've taken a biology class, maybe not, but adenosine triphosphate. Think of it as the gasoline that's used by your body's cells to keep them going. So what it is, it's actually a molecule that has 3 different phosphate groups on there. So, for example, if you're going through this, adenosine triphosphate just turned into adenosine diphosphate, and now it's monophosphate. Now, once you get through all of this, you're left with garbage. These are the things that are left behind after all this is metabolized, and they will actually stay in your brain and clog up the works. Now, the way that Dr. Seisler explained it to me is that when you sleep, the cells of your brain actually get a little bit smaller. And think of it as like the sewer channels in the alleys of a city opening up and all the waste gets washed out. That's one of the reasons that sleep is so restorative to us, is that we can get these waste products out of our brain. When we don't sleep, things actually stay bound up in there. Now, if I were actually to have coffee every 8 hours as I initially intended, we wouldn't get the same effects. We wouldn't get the what you're starting to hear in terms of the stuttering speech and not really being able to focus as well as I was at the beginning of this experiment. So that's the primary reason that I'm not going to be having any coffee. And we can expect, I think, things to kind of go downhill a little bit from here. So hang on, it's going to be a crazy ride for the next few hours.